The state of emergency has been lifted in Montreal. In Laval, members of the Canadian Forces spent the morning finishing a temporary bridge on Ile Verte after the island's only bridge was damaged by floodwaters. Engineers had to work wrapping up construction on the temporary crossing. It spans about 50 meters. Now it's for vehicles only, no pedestrians allowed. Dozens of people had to leave their homes. Others have been stranded on the island for the past week. The only way on and off has been by boat. The director of engineering studies with the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction at Western University is sounding the alarm on flooding preparedness. Slobodan Simonovic, joins us now to talk some more about that. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
What are we doing wrong? Because obviously we're not really getting it right as far as protecting our communities in flood zones.
There are a number of things that we did wrong, and I would say that probably the main one is that we are not learning from the past events.
So we know that there has been flooding in some of these regions in Quebec, and not too long ago, in sort of 2008, 2009, I believe, for some of them. When we have a disaster like this one, what then needs to be put into place? What do we look at? What goes into place?
Usually the disasters offer a lot of information about the areas being affected, the number of people being in harm's way, the level of properties being exposed to the damage, infrastructure being exposed to the damage, and that information should feed into our decision making and preparedness for the next coming event.
I've heard that Quebec, and this was another criticism coming from another expert, that Quebec doesn't have one coordinated center that can deal with all of the information and be the appropriate go-to source for flooding. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is correct, and this is not the only problem. I also learned that Quebec is using the floodplain maps that were created in 1980. Since 1980, the conditions in the region changed majorly, and this type of information, which feeds into assessment of risk and exposure, should be updated on a regular basis.
But how easy or how difficult is it to predict when waters are going to overflow the banks, rivers, creeks, lakes?
If you're properly prepared, first you can eliminate the potential loss of life. If you're properly prepared, you can implement different measures and tools that may reduce the economic damage, that can reduce and possibly help people get back to normal life as soon as possible.
What can you put in place ahead of the flooding? If you were part of a disaster planning team and you thought perhaps this could be a bad year, what would you have advised Quebec or Eastern Ontario put in place?
There are a number of things. One thing, especially in the face of preparedness, is to ensure that forecast is accurate and provided on time. That's the basic piece of information that should help all those who are involved in flood fighting to potentially all the population that may be exposed. After that, awareness and information about the level of risk. So what will be the inundation, how fast this inundation will occur, preparing the locations for people to be evacuated, preparing the services that will deal with the flood during the period of emergency. A couple of things were very interesting in Montreal. Officials were at the beginning saying that water was rising very fast. Today, this is not acceptable. This type of information and forecast needs to be in place, and people should be informed about that. The second one was the involvement of the Army. Why was the Army involved so late? There were a number of things that are properly defining the response according to the conditions or the changing conditions that the flood kind of brings into the region.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they even have a flooding plan that was in place, because we never really heard anything about specific. They rolled out resources as they had to deal with them. Slobodan, so we've got to leave it there. I appreciate you weighing in on this, Slobodan Simonovich joining us today from London, Ontario. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.